Okay, so let's draw the mature sperm which is formed. Okay, the sperm have head, okay, and head have, you can say, the cap. Okay, this is the cap, and it have the one neck. Okay, a small neck, not this much, yeah, and then it have the body. Yeah, and then it have the tail. This is the structure of the one mature sperm. See, this head, okay, this is referring as the acrosomal cap. Now just write the part's name. This is the yeah, this is the head part, or you can say the head piece. This is the neck piece. Okay, this is the body. Okay, and this is the tail. It's like a monkey, you know. Sperm are not a monkey, it's very precious cell. We are taking it as guaranteed. Now, what we are just referring, that this is called as the head of the sperm. Now, what are the characteristics of the head of the sperm? The sperm have one cap. First of all, you just write down, it's have the nucleus, so don't forget, otherwise it become the dead. Okay, so it's have the nucleus, and you, as you understood that, okay, this 22, yeah, it is a 23. It have the 23 haploid chromosomes, where the 22 is a, yeah, autosome. Very good. Okay, or it have the X, okay, or it have the Y. That's why it said that no, the father is the one who is responsible for the sex of the child, because female have the 22, okay, plus X, isn't it? They have only the, you can say, if we talked about the sex chromosome, then they only have the X type. Okay, but in the case of the male, you know, they have like a dual behavior, dual character. It either have the X or it have either Y. If X sperm will goes to fertilize the what? Ovum, then it result into the female child. Yeah, and if it's by the Y, then it will be produce the male boy. Understood? No problem. Now just leave this point. We are discussing the structure of the sperm. Okay, so we've seen that there is a nucleus, presence of nucleus. Okay, now, and this is referring as a acrosomal cap, the 2/3 part of the head. Okay, the 2/3 part of the head. Okay, 2/3 part of the head, they are covered by the acrosome cap. Okay, by the acrosome cap. Now this acrosome, okay, this acrosome, as I am showing you, this acrosome, yeah, and this is the nuclear membrane. This is the nuclear membrane. Okay, wait. There is a nuclear membrane. So it's your long. It's a nuclear membrane. Okay. Now, what we are referring, we are discussing about the acrosome. See, the acrosome cap, they containing the acrosome. And this acrosome have very vital role during the fertilization process. Okay, when the sperm met with the egg, okay, on that very time, this acrosome, it helps the sperm to go and penetrate into the egg. Okay, why? Because it contains some of the destructive enzymes. Okay, it contains basically the destructive enzyme. Okay, we are calling one of the enzyme is the hyaluronidase. Okay, hyaluronidase. Okay, these enzymes, they are basically involved in the you can say dissolution of the egg membrane, okay, the egg membrane. So they are very vital. Now this neck portion, okay, they are carrying basically the centrioles, okay, which help in the cell division. So this neck region, they have the centrioles, okay. Now this middle piece, they are carrying the plenty of mitochondria. You know, sperm needs nutrition, okay, it's need a nutrition. Now this is referred as a mitochondria, and this have one spiral microfilaments, okay, microfilaments. Are you getting the points? Yeah, microfilaments. And then there will be a tail, okay, there is a long tail. Now once again we are discussing the one mature, we've seen the process of spermatogenesis, and we've seen, okay, through the spermatogenesis there is a formation of 4 haploid sperm, okay, and we are now discussing the one mature sperm structure. Sperm consists of the 4 parts. The first part, as you are seeing here, that is called the head, okay, the little smaller part, okay, is the neck, then one is body and one is the tail. Now the importance of head is that it contains the genetic material in the membrane bound nucleus, okay, and it have the acrosomal cap. This acrosomal cap, okay, which covering the 2/3 part of the head, they are containing the destructive enzymes, okay, and this is basically the Golgi body, okay, this is basically the Golgi body. The acrosome is basically the Golgi body, okay. Now this contains the destructive enzyme that's called one of type is the hyaluronidase, which help in the penetration in the egg during the fertilization or uncovering the egg during the fertilization. Now this sperm, always remember, it's a haploid structure. Now this neck region, they contain the centrioles, which help in the cell division, okay. Then the middle, the body, okay, sometimes this neck and body, they are collectively referred as the middle piece of the sperm, okay, middle piece of the sperm. Now the body, they contain the microfilament and the plenty of the you can say mitochondria, because they need sperm need a supply of energy, steady supply of energy. And then they have the tail. This tail help the sperm to swim, okay. See how naughty sperm is. It need to swim where? In the vaginal environment, okay. After the fertilization, after the, you can say, the intercourse, the sperm will release, okay. After the intercourse, the sperm will release from the male copulatory organ, okay, that is your penis. Male copulatory organ is called, in the male it is a penis, okay. Through the process of ejaculation, okay, when it's, and this forceful discharge is termed as the insemination, okay, insemination. It goes to where? It goes to the vaginal environment, and this vaginal environment is the acidic, okay. But the content which is released from the penis is not only the sperm, no. Collectively they are called as, the content which is, you can say, the ejaculated by this copulatory organ, that's the penis, that is called as the semen, okay. Understood? This is called as the semen. And semen won't only have the sperm, they have only the 10% sperm. Rest 90% is called as the seminal plasma, isn't it? You studied it? Yeah? Very good. It's called the seminal plasma, and this is a collection of the accessory sex organs. That's the prostate gland, bulbourethral gland. Are you following? Yeah? Very good. Understood? Now, so during the, where we are, we are discussing this now. The chemical nature of this semen, okay, is alkaline or basic nature, okay. Its nature is alkaline, and this alkaline nature helps the sperm to, you can say, sustain in the vaginal environment, because this is the acidic environment. Vaginal environment is acidic environment. Are you understanding? Yeah, understood. I'm not going fast. Yeah. very good. So this acrosome, this tail, basically they are helping in the swim in the environment, okay. And if you talked about the rate, then it's the 15 millimeter, per minute, okay. And once the sperm is ejaculated, okay, it only survive till the 24 to 48 hours, correct me if I'm wrong, it's 24 to 48 hour, or I think it's only 24 hour, okay. It's alive only 24 hour, and on this rate, after the intercourse, this sperm reaches to on the fertilization area, implanted area, in the 8 hour, okay, 8 hour, just because of this tail. Are you getting the points? Just because of this tails are involved in the, you can say, the movement of providing the, you can say, the movement to the sperm to goes to the, and also the uterine contraction during the, you can say, the intercourse, okay. During the intercourse, the uterine contraction, they also help the sperm to go inside in the fallopian tube where their egg is waiting for this sperm, okay. Now where we are, we are discussing that it reaches after the, you can say, the ejaculation, this reaches, okay, in the 8 hour, okay, in the 8 hour. But the thing, if you observe it, okay, the thing is, this semen, they have the clotting factors, understood. So once if it is not, you can say, the sperm is not met with the egg, okay, then there will be a clotting and this sperm will die. There is a lysis. Understood? No problem. Now once we understood the structures, okay, about the formation of the, you can say, the sperm, now let's move ahead, okay, and discuss about one barrier first of all, okay, and then we will look into the some of the applied aspect of spermatogenesis. So what is blood-testis barrier? Do you heard about it previously? Blood-testicular barrier. Blood-testicular barrier. Now, blood-testicular barrier is a one kind of mechanical barrier. It's a kind of mechanical barrier. Now, what I mean by the mechanical barrier here? As you know that blood is a constant subject to change, okay, it's a subject to change. It have the, you can say, the very the dramatical influx and efflux, okay, of the ions, okay. There is a fluctuation in the concentration of ion, there is a fluctuation in the content of the blood, okay, proteins and all these things. And you see that in the testis there is a presence of seminiferal tubules, okay, and the seminiferal tubules is lined by the two type of cell, okay. One is a long cell, one is a long cell, and that is we term as a nurse cell, testicular cell, and one is oval cells, or we can say the cuboidal round cell. Are you getting the points? Okay, very good. Now, and we can draw the sperm now. No? Are you understanding this structure? Okay, recalling this now. See here, as I said, there is a presence of some of the leading cells, isn't it? There is a presence of leading cells. Okay. Now, what is happening? There is also presence of one of the cell that's called the myoid cell. And these Sertoli cells, okay, they are making one tight connection, tight junction. These are the tight junction. Okay, and here is your blood supplies, capillaries. Here is the blood supply. So the content of the blood, okay, content of the blood, they all are not, you can say, capable to go inside this testicular microenvironment. Okay, they are not go to the testicular microenvironment. Even though there is a need for the energy, there's need for the energy. So for smaller substances, okay, from the smaller substances, they can, you can go to this inside this membrane, okay, and this membrane, this barrier is referred to as a blood-brain barrier, which is you can say made up by the tight junction, okay, tight junction between the myoid cell, okay, and the Sertoli cell, okay, they form one tight junction, and these tight junctions prevent for going into the testicular microenvironment, okay, to the large molecules like large proteins, okay, some of the toxic material, they are not allowed to go inside the, you can say, testicular microenvironment and disturb their, you can say, very crucial business, okay, very crucial process, okay. So nature provide one kind of barrier, and this barrier is called as the blood testicular barrier. Now the importance of this blood testicular barrier is in the case of the mumps. You know that mumps is a viral disease, yeah. So in the mumps, what is happening? This testicular barrier, they will broken, okay, and there will be a, you can say, the problem in the spermatogenesis, okay, there is a problem in the spermatogenesis. Apart from that, the mechanical injury can also, you can say, block this blood testicular barrier. Understood? No problem. Now let's move ahead and discuss some of the applied aspect regarding the spermatogenesis. So the first aspect which I already discussed with all of you is the cryptorchidism, and I said that the cryptorchidism is one condition where there is a failure of descending of the testes into the where in the scrotum, okay, and that condition is called as the cryptorchidism, okay, cryptorchidism. Understood? Now, and for their management, you can say there are surgeries, there are surgeries. Apart from that, there is the introduction of hormone, there is enlarging of those inguinal canal. Understood? No problem. And this cryptorchidism, they lead to the see, the thing you should keep in your mind is that this spermatogenesis process is, you can say, very much sensitive to the temperature. You ever think why your scrotum is outside to your abdominal cavity? In the case of the female, their reproductive parts are, you can say, kept inside in the abdominal cavity. But why not you? Why not in the case of the males? These, you can say, the testes or the scrotum, they are present outside. Just because the spermatogenesis need, okay, body temp, you can say the lower body temperature 2 degree, okay, it need 2 degree lower temperature than our actual body temperature, isn't it? Okay, they need 2 degree less temperature for their development. So if in the cryptorchidism condition, if testes will not descend into the, you can say, the scrotum, okay, after the 7th month of the pregnancy, they are not descended, it means it is only present in the abdominal cavity, so person will have what? They will not have any spermatogenesis, first of all, okay, they don't have the spermatogenesis, because sperm are sensitive and abdominal cavity temperature is usual temperature, what we have the body temperature, same temperature in the abdominal cavity is also observed. So there is no spermatogenesis, and there is a delayed in the development of secondary sexual characteristics, or we can say the masculine development. Are you following? Tell me, is understandable? No doubt. Shall we move ahead? Shall we move ahead? Okay. Now we will discuss about the another condition, and that is called as the hypogonadism. Hypogonadism. As I said you that if there will be by any reason, and just mark the etiologies. The etiologies: excessive alcohol use, there will be a pituitary, you can say carcinoma or cancer. Apart from that, sometimes there will be a deficiency in the secretion of GnRH. There will be a less secretion of gonadotrophin. There will be a less secretion of gonadotrophin, and that lead to the, you can say, no spermatogenesis, no sperm production, no spermatogenesis. There is also delayed in the, you can say, the development of secondary sexual characteristics. Understood? No problem? No problem. Now the other etiology is that there will be the hepatic cirrhosis, and sometimes these accidents, or you can say the cerebral ataxia. Cerebral ataxia. These are the neurological problem. They are the neurological problems. What is happening? By any accident, or you can say by any injury, there is injury in the spinal cord. There will be injury in the spinal cord, and you know the spinal cord is one of the part of the central nervous system, and it also help in the regulating, or you can say sensing the body temperature. Are you understanding? So if the spinal cord will injured, there will be a hypogonadism. Understood? Now the another etiology, if we talked about the another etiology, is the chemotherapy. During the you can say the cancer treatment, in the chemotherapy, chemotherapy also lead to the hypogonadism conditions, and there are some drugs. There are some drugs which is also involved in the hypogonadism. Hypogonadism. Understood? No problem? Now what are the treatments? What are the treatments? Simple, no? First treatment is underlying etiology, and there are, you can say, the synthetic hormones. Synthetic gonadotrophin hormones, which can be, you can say, introduced to this kind of the patient. And you know about the pituitary dwarfism? As I said, apart from the gonadotrophin hormone, there is also involvement of the growth hormone. So if by any way this growth hormones will, you can say, secrete in a less amount in the case of the pituitary dwarfism, then there will be also a less sperm production. So pituitary, you can say, dwarfism patients, they also have the less sperm count or no sperm count. So no sperm count is termed as the azoospermia. Write it down. It's termed as a azoospermia, whereas the oligospermia denotes low count of sperm in the semen. And these diseases, they result into the infertility. Remember, 15% population have this 15%, couples have the infertility problem, and in 15%, half of the problem lies in the male. Half of the problem lies in the male. And most of the time in the male there will be, apart from this, you can say, this all condition surely lead to the infertility means inability to, you can say, produce a child, isn't it? Inability to produce a child. That after the 1 year of unprotected sex, after the 1 year of, you can say, unprotected intercourse, there will be no any production of the child. That condition is called as the infertility. And in the case of the male, one of the you can say the hallmark of this infertility is the deformities in the sperm. Sometimes what is happening, there is a low sperm count. okay, as some called as the oligospermia. Are you understanding? Okay, sometimes what is happening, those, you can say, the flagellum, sperm flagellum, that's the tail, they are not viable, okay, they are not properly, you can say, the viable. Sometimes there will be a problem, in the, you can say, the other contents of the sperm, okay, other contents of the, you can, the semen, sorry, the other content of the semen, they all lead to the infertility, okay, they lead to the infertility. And there are management, there are treatment, okay, there are some of the, you can say, the drugs, okay, which help to you can say maintain these conditions, okay, to maintain this condition. There are synthetic, okay, there are synthetic gonadotropin hormones, okay, there are synthetic, you can say, the testosterone, and also there are steroid drugs, okay, which help in these hypogonadism persons, not for the sexual management but for their overall physical development, growth development. Those steroid drugs are used, but sometimes those steroid drugs are misused, okay, by the professionals also. Now the thing is that we keep in our mind is that the problem lies in anywhere. This is called as the hypothalamic pituitary, you can say, the testicular axis, okay. The problems can be happen in any level, okay, and just I am highlighted the 2-3. First one is called the cryptorchidism, it's a congenital condition, first of all, understood. Another one is a hypogonadism, yeah. And there are sometimes what happen, there will be a development of antibody against the sperm, okay, you can say the antibodies developed against the, you can say, the sperm, and mainly the IgA type, okay, IgA type antibodies, okay, it is developed, okay, it's developed, and this condition is called as the sperm autoimmunity, okay, write it down, it is called as the sperm autoimmunity. Are you following? Yeah. And this is mainly happen, okay, when the blood testicular barrier, yeah, here the blood testicular barrier, okay, the mechanical barrier which will be broken by some of the viral, you can say, the viral agent or some of the, you can say, mechanical injury. Once they will, you can say, broken, then there will be a formation of some of the autoimmunity, and that is called as the sperm autoimmunity. So now once we understood, and yeah, don't forget one condition you should also remember, that's called as the Klinefelter syndrome, okay, that is called as the Klinefelter syndrome. It is a genetic disorder, okay, it's a genetic disorder where there will be abnormalities in the chromosome, there will be extra, you can say, the chromosome, okay, 47 plus XXY, okay, 47 plus XXY. This is called as the Klinefelter syndrome, okay, this is called as the Klinefelter syndromes. So now just conclude the class. What we studied, we first studied about the male, you can say, the reproductive system overview. We said that it is the gonad, okay, it is the testis which is acting as a gonad in the case of the, yeah, in the male, okay. Then we seen the structure of the testis, we seen the covering of the testis, then we magnified the testis, then we seen there are presence of, you can say, the 900 seminiferous tubules, yeah, and those tubules, okay, holding the two types or lined by the two types of the cell. One is called as spermatogonium and one is a tall cell, that's called a testicular cell, also called as a nerve cell, also called as a Sertoli cell. Then we seen the process of formation of the sperm, that is called as the spermatogenesis, okay, and this is happening under the 4 phases, yeah, which we can remember easy by the PG matters. P stands for the proliferation, G stands for the growth, okay, M stands for the maturation, T stands for the transformation. We've seen all these phases, how this, sperm is produced from the spermatogonium. Okay, then we seen the mature structure of the sperm, we seen the parts and their importance. Okay, then we seen about the blood testicular barrier, which is one kind of mechanical barrier, an extremely important barrier. Yeah, then we seen about some of the applied physiology, like we discussed about the cryptokidism. Okay, we discussed about Klinefelter syndrome, we discussed about some of the conditions, oligospermia, azoospermia. Yeah, we discussed about the hypogonadism. Okay, hypergonadism, we discussed about some of the sperm antibodies. Okay, and we seen some of the management types. Okay, so by this we finish with the today's spermatogenesis. Thank you with having me. Bye, have a nice day.